There are a lot of people that have been pressured by their parents into wrong relationships. There are a lot of people that have been influenced by their peers to enter into businesses that were not meant for. Today, I'm really privileged to be talking on a book titled Pressure from the People by Reverend Eastwood Anaba. He is a revivalist whose ministry has personally blessed me, especially Love Revolution. Yeah, so in 2019, I got this book during one of his programs, Love Revolution, at the conference center. Okay, so pressure from the people. There are a lot of people that have really been pressured into marriages. There are a lot of people that have been pressured into relationships. There are a lot of people that have been pressured into ministries, into systems, into educational statistics, into businesses that they were not called for, because someone pressured them, or because there are a group of people that influenced them to do it. And in this book, I've learned so much. Let's look at the account of Saul. It got to a time the people were giving him pressure to go and offer the sacrifice, which he was not supposed to do, because it was the duty of the priest, which is Aaron, to perform the sacrifice. But the people pressured him. He should go and do it. And because he saw himself as a leader, as a king, he went to do it. And most at times, that is what a lot of us do. There are people in governance that their subordinates are forcing them to make decisions for nations that are going to put the nations into crisis, which is not their fault, but it is because there are people behind the scene who are forcing them, who are giving them pressure, who are giving them the go-ahead, who have become a force, a push for them to make such decisions. There are people who have entered into marriages because they felt pressured, because people are telling them, your younger ones are marrying, the people around you are marrying, and you are becoming late. So they enter into a relationship that is not godly, that was not meant by God. And at the end thereof, they fall into crisis. An account of Gideon in Judges chapter 8, the verse 22. The people were pressuring Gideon, telling him, rule over us. So in Exodus chapter 34, we realize that when Moses went to the mountaintop to inquire from the Lord, the people began to pressure Aaron, make us a god, create us a god. They gave him pressure till he made them the gods they desired. And God was angry at Aaron and was angry at the people. That is how our dispensation have become. There are a lot of people that have been pressured by their parents into wrong relationships. There are a lot of people that have been influenced by their peers to enter into businesses that were not meant for. I remember there was a time a colleague, a friend of mine, entered into business, and she was really doing well. And she wanted me to also enter into the same business. And I told her I'm going to pray about it. She saw that it was wrong. I felt so much pressured because I felt like we completed the same school. I was doing better than her, and now she's at the top. So I felt pressured to also start something. And when I started it, by the time I realized the business went nowhere, I incurred loss, and I learned from it. Who is pressuring you into something that God has not purposely done, or God has not purposed you to do that? Who is pushing you into what God has not assigned you to? There are a lot of us that are pushing ourselves into ministries because we have seen people into ministry and we feel like we are in the capacity to do it. There are a lot of people that are feeling pressure to enter into business because they've seen people doing it. And amazingly, the one that kills is marriages. There are a lot of us that are feeling pressured, especially young women, because we feel our colleagues are getting married, because we feel like we are delaying. So we want to enter into marriages. We want to accept anything. You know the man is a drunkard. You know the man is not a godly man. You know the man does not fear God. But because your colleagues are getting married, you also want to enter into it. And Reverend Eastwood made a quote that I want to leave you with. He says, leaders are pressured by their followers to do something extraordinary, which they have not been called to do. There are a lot of leaders that want to please their followers. He made an example that he said there are times that when he's behind the pulpit, everybody's saying, today the preaching was so good, today you did so well. As if he's the manufacturer of that anointing. And there are times that most men of God, when after preaching, people are saying the preaching is good, the preaching, and God has not said certain things, you feel like you should do it because the people are praising you, because the people are giving you praises, or because the people are applauding you. You feel like you have to manufacture that miracle that happened some time ago. You are not the manufacturer of that miracle. It is God that gives us that grace. So don't feel pressured by anybody to do what you are not called to do, because at the end thereof, you bear the consequences. Thank you.